All right. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors the apostles, great milestone who rule and teach all, and salutation to the occupant of the four corners of earth, pushing this truth and sincerity and charity. All blessings to you, the few aquas that listen. I'm gonna start off this lesson. This is a various topic lesson, but I'm gonna start this lesson off of really a question that a woman asked me. She was going, you know, having a discussion with her sister about what makes a woman that sleeps with more than one man a whore or a slut, okay, or a hoe. Now, I'm gonna say this quick that you women are made in the image, all right. The way we're made in the image of the heavenly Father, right? We are only supposed to obey Him and only seek Him, um, and not go to other gods, all right? Because He's our only power. Now, for you women, we are the lords over you. Okay, so we should be your only focus, and you shouldn't be going to other men. All right, that's like the men of the Lord, or the Israelites going and seeking other powers. Okay, because the Most High is what Lord over us. So you shouldn't be seeking other lords. All right, you're supposed to be with a man for the rest of your life until death. So I'm gonna get some scriptures on that real quick. All right. Bear with me. This is let's go here. Shalakia. This is Romans chapter 7 verse 4. Shalakia verse 2. It says, "For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth." So as long as you have a man, all right, and he's living, he's breathing, uh you're bound to him. All right. This isn't a thing of maybe I don't like him anymore and I'm just gonna skedaddle. No, all right. You're bound to that man as long as he's breathing, as long as he's living. You're technically not supposed to go kissing up another man, flirting with another man, talking to another man, because all that brings jealousy. Okay, and a man's jealousy can cause murder, killing. All right. The movie Troy, it shows you that that starts an actual war within itself. Okay, that's why it's very important that you women stick to only one man. All right, Shalom.
So
Going into verse 3, no, Salakia, verse 2 still says, "But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she will be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man." Right. So as long as your husband is not dead, all right, you're considered adulteress, which is another way of saying fornicator, okay, a whore, because at the end, the Most High has made plenty women for one man. The same way there's plenty Israelites for only the Most High. The Most High doesn't allow an Israelite man to go and worship other gods, okay, and to go into adultery and worship anybody other than the Heavenly Father. So the same rules apply to you women, okay, when it comes to a man. All right. Um, let me see if there's any more in here. No. Uh, okay. I'm gonna go to First Corinthians here and 11. It says First Corinthians 11 verse 1. It says, "Be followers of me, even also as I am Hamashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man." And that's what you women don't understand. Okay, you women are out here trying to be men. You're trying to put yourself as the head of men, and that's why you guys are emotionally unstable. That's why
hey, that's
you.
crazy, bro. I was just meditating on this today, man. When I woke up, bro. That's
Oh,
that's
so
that's
that's
how you know the spirit, man. Because these women, they're crazy, man. You know,
Con.
they like you just brought out Deuteronomy. I was just meditating on that too, man, because these women they think that they can hop from one stick to another, you know, and there's no repercussions, man.
That's
You know,
right.
but them physical repercussions is you being all messed up because you meet
That's
them
right.
women and then they have multiple personalities, man. You know,
That's
they
right.
have the personality of the nigga you used to deal with, the grimy ass nigga, you know, and then they have the personality of the nice guy, you know, the they have the personality of a top notch liar, you know, like all. And you're wondering what the hell is going on. You know,
That's
it's
right.
because these women, they when you deal with a woman, right? That why do you think the scripture says you become one flesh,
That's right.
right? Because you actually intertwine, man. You
That's
know,
right.
like even if you know even a couple in the world, like I knew a couple in the world that they've been dealing with each other for a couple, like a lot of years actually, and they actually started to kind of look like each other. You know, they took
Con.
on their appearance, and that happens because you share the DNA, man.
That's
You
right.
know, and these women, they don't understand that shit. They just think they can 3 months with this guy and then 5 months with that guy, a year with this guy, and they look at it like credit, you know, like oh experience, you know,
That's right.
my exes, you know, they take pride in that exes, you
That's
know,
right.
and
That's
in
right.
the ancient world, there's no really such thing as exes dating. There's no such thing as dating,
That's right.
you know.
Right.
You had prearranged marriages, you had seizures, okay, which is a hot word right now. That's what that means, to seize. All right, a hot topic, but yeah, that's how it went down, man. These
That's
women,
right.
that's increase in the land. The Lord brought plagues, and there's plagues coming to this place. There's plagues already here because everyone thinks you go to the mall, you see a bunch of women with their titties out, their ass out. You know, I was just at that's what made me think about it more today. I was at the mall, you know, and you're a man, you know. If you're a man with testosterone, you go crazy, man. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not talking about you estrogen boys, man. You know, if you're a man that's a man and you see all this shit and you pretend you don't see it,
That's right.
but you know, I said in my mind, hey, thank the white man. Thank you, Isa. You know,
That's right.
we're in this fucked up state because of you, man. We're in the system because of you.
That's
You
right.
know, in the ancient world, you didn't see that shit. You
That's
had your
right.
woman, you know, you dealt with them when you went outside. You didn't see women, you didn't see titties, man. You didn't see ass. You didn't see all that shit.
That's right.
You know, why do you think that there's all these fucking, which is another sidetrack, but all these sexual assaults happening, man?
That's
These
right.
men, because these men are losing it, man. And in high schools, man, these teachers they're popping these girls, and a lot
That's
of
right.
times it's not even the teacher's fault. The girl seduces them, man.
That's
And
right.
then when they get caught, the girl she starts crying, but was she crying the whole time? No, she was being a
No.
bad little fucking girl,
That's
you
right.
know. So you know what hey, these women from a young age, they know what they're doing, man. You
That's
know,
right.
you grew up as a boy. You brothers out there, you grew up as boys. You know, 6, 7, 8. I met my age, 6, 7, 8, 9. They already know what the fuck they're doing. I'm lost, man. What the hell are you doing? You know,
Yeah.
and you're wondering where the hell they're learning that shit from. So it's from a young age. They know what they're doing, man. It's in
That's
this
right.
system, in this Edomite system, that you have these women messed up. You know, you're looking at these women as something glorious and holy and royal. You know, queens and all this bullshit.
That's right.
You know, and until you find out what a woman is. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, because they're really demons, and man, they drain you if you don't know how to deal with them properly. Because you have to be very
Hell
careful of how they move and what they say to you, because certain things that they say to you will make you actually go out of your wits. That's going back to second Ezra's. A lot of men go out of their wits. They stop thinking, and they forget that, look, these women out here, you're not the only man out here, man. All right, you're a piece of the pie. All right, your piece starts getting spoiled, man. There's a backup. All right, every woman has a backup in here, and at the end, because why? They have the spirit of men out here. Okay, they
yeah. You know
believe
why
that
too? That bitch it's like a Cardi B when she's like and I'm quick cut a nigga off so don't get comfortable. You
yeah,
know? And those little things, women, it goes in their conscious like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch, you know, and then you start
that's right,
you start breeding these monsters, man.
that's right,
You know,
that's right,
these whole monsters, man. But back to what I was saying about the plagues, man. They're coming, man. Because in the ancient world, man. You know what? I'll get it too. I'll get it. I'll get what you were getting. and then I'll get this one after in Leviticus about if you had a jealous, um, if a spirit of jealousy came upon a man. You know, if you couldn't prove your woman was cheating on you, but there's something irking your spirit, there's a way to go about it. You know, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
because I was just saying quickly, because at the end, a man can feel when something's not right with their woman, man. You can't like because especially when the brother was saying you intertwine, man. You think a man is just getting cheats for no reason? You think he's just wilding out for no reason? You know? Because in the spirit is that's basically a spirit telling you like, nah, man, there's someone fucking around, man. And it comes down to again what the brother was saying. The society teaches women that it's okay to be a hoe, man. But you have Amber Rose doing slut walks. Is it it's all right if that man isn't like this man. He doesn't have this car. He doesn't have this clothes. Da 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 da. You can have them all. She'll use one for finance, one for emotion. One for a late night date. That's all these women think out here, which is
Hey,
deadly.
who put up that meme in the group, right? I think
Which
Ashar
one?
or you. Someone put
Which
up a
one? What
meme,
is it?
man, and it had everything down to a T, man. The guy that's getting her clothes, the guy that's popping her right, the guy that's not popping her right, the guy that's
Right.
giving her this. They got everything, and then the bitch trips when something small happens with you, But she
Yeah,
has all
that's
the
right.
shit already stacked up, you
That's
know.
right.
These
That's
women,
right.
hey, especially now, it's even worse, man. You don't even know, cause
That's
cause
right.
cause cause bro, man, like it, it changed so much in the past, like even 7 years with Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram. These bitches, your woman is getting all these messages, man, daily, daily.
Daily.
There's
Daily.
man's there's man's messaging your girl from 2012, man. I seen a meme. It said, a man must have some great confidence to be conversation with himself in your inbox from 2012. You know, because I seen him. Hey, show me. Oh, look at this guy from 3 years ago. Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you? Like all these every day, man's just messaging
And
her. And she makes it known that she sees it, but she doesn't reply. But the man just messaged her. And one day, hey, your woman might be mad at you. Oh, hey, what's up? She
yeah,
messages him back. Eh,
yeah,
hallelujah. He gets that message,
yeah.
and he's in it, man. He's in there like swimwear, man.
Hey, and that
You
comes to show
know.
you the difference between really a man and a woman when it comes to situation wise and how strong we are compared to you. Because a woman, as soon as she's mad, she'll run and pop a dude. But what does a nigga do, man? He'll sit there and contemplate everything like, bro, I should cut her off. I should do this. I should do that. But the first thing a woman needs to do is just like, oh, I need to get over him, or let me pop this nigga. You know what I mean? That's how crazy women are, man. They don't logically think. They just run off emotion. You know?
Yeah, man. And a woman will
Um,
mess you up, man. I remember years ago there was a video on World Star. It showed it was like something to the point of like heartbreaking man shoots himself because girlfriend broke up with him. And you see the Jake, man, real like hood Jake in New York. You know, you can tell it's in the projects because they had the camera there, the security camera, and he's there walking down, and she's there, and I guess she's going up to her apartment, and that's the last time they're there. So he hugs her, some shit, he's crying, and then she goes in the elevator. The elevator door closes. He pulls out his gun, puts it to his mouth, and shoots him, man. Shoots
see,
himself, and he dies. These women will mess you up, man. That's what. Why do you think it says all wickedness is little to the
little.
wickedness of a woman, man?
That's right.
Why do you think it says that? Because man, even girls will tell you, girls are worse than boys, man. When it
Yeah,
comes to being mean and gossiping and just tearing the life apart, man. And it's true. Back
it's
in
true.
elementary days, man.
That's right. Hey, that's why Yahweh Shemashah has to bring back the old ways because if any
Yeah.
woman tries to do that with the kingdom of heaven, then about your head's rolling off your
No, no,
shoulders.
I know our people. Hey, no, no, our people are gonna be all right, man, because the law is gonna
Right?
be in us. It's
No,
not
I'm
even
talking
gonna
about
be a
heathens,
thought in our
man.
mind.
I'm talking
That's
about
gonna be a hard
heathens.
thing to imagine. Oh, heathen, yeah, yeah, come,
Yeah,
go ahead.
because they're still gonna be going off, man. Hey, the same things that our women are going through now, the heathen women are gonna go through that, man. They're
Yep.
Moab and all them. They're gonna have their women having talking up and trying to lash out. They think they got it bad now because really
Oh
the
man.
heathen women are more in order than our women. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
talk back the way our women talk back and all that stuff, man. They listen and all that stuff. So you guys are gonna have to deal with what we're dealing with times two, times 100, really.
Hey, well, you'll be walking down the street, like I notice it, especially with like maybe it's the beard, but like especially like Arab woman. you know, and then you be walking and they don't even look at you, and then but they know you're walking, and they'll step out of your way, you know, they'll
Yeah,
make room for you.
that's right.
I mean, these fucking bitches you're walking, man. You might have to just move your shoulder because hey, if you walk in, you know you're a man, you bump into them, you know, they'll say, oh, what are you doing, you know? Like I remember I was in
Yeah.
this one program, it was called Youth Employment Services, yes, right on Eglinton West, all right.
Come.
I was there a couple years ago, and there was nothing but Jakes, and then this one Butch was there, man, and she was, you know, whatever. Like I was just one day I was just looking at her like, God damn, like this is actually how you know what I mean? Like you operate. Like I'm just, so, you know, looking at her, and then she turns to the teacher like, Yo, miss, why is this man grilling me, yo? Yo, man, I'll scrap him, yo. And I'm just like,
What the fuck?
just like, damn, man, like these bitches are bugged out, man. You know,
Yeah.
they're bugged out,
God.
man.
God. Um, let me finish this up
Yeah, you had
again.
that, right?
Yeah. Verse 2 says, "Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonors his head, but every woman that prayeth, Salakia, let me go down a bit. I'm gonna go to 7. It says, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of the Most High, but the woman is the glory of the man. Okay, because we're the glory and image of the Most High. Okay,
Con,
because the Most High was a man figure. Okay, we were made in His likeness. Now you women are the glory of us. So we're not supposed to be submitting down to you. We're not supposed to be worshiping your feet, because at the end, women try to say, "Oh, I carry your baby for 9 months." Okay, great. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're created to do that. What? That has to be given higher honors because you're carrying something for 9 months? No, man. At the end of the day, that's just what you're made to do. Now, when it comes
Con,
down to us,
and we realize that's a great work. That's a beautiful work. But you put it to a point where, like the brother said, you're like royalty, man. We're supposed to bow down to you. No, man. When the when society falls, you're gonna know the preciousness of a man.
that's right.
You know, like real men. You know, the Lord has real men out here, man.
That's
You
right.
know, they're out there in society. You know, and when Moshe says a man, you're gonna say, but man, it's a fugazi, man. It's all fake. It's all fucking gas, man.
That's
You
right.
know, everyone's gassed up. You
That's
know,
right.
everyone has their bullshit jobs based on credit. You know, when that bubble bursts, man, and you have to be a man and do manly things. You know, a lot of men are, you know, they're gonna be cut off because they're not men, and the
That's
real
right.
men, the women are gonna see and they say, oh man, you know, they're gonna know. And
That's right.
really, right now they know it's still, you know, they can feel it, man. They can feel that presence if you roll up on them.
That's right.
You know, you're different. You know, you talk different. You know, because we don't talk like, you know, you're trying to persuade a woman, but you know, if she really pisses you off, man, we'll tell you go fuck yourself. You know, who the fuck you think you are?
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
yo, and no one ever spoke to me like that, and she might get wet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
You know.
man.
Hey, because at the end it's like you're dealing with rough men, man. Because at the end they're like, wow, this guy really doesn't bend to nothing, man. And that's what you're gonna see, because at the end of the day, the real men are not gonna bend to the will of a woman. You know.
Con.
It says, um, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So we weren't created to do your bidding. That was not our purpose. We already have a bidding to do, okay? Which is serve Yahweh Shem Yashai and be kings and leaders and guides, man. Okay, we're not here to muffle your feet and massage your feet. We're not here to fetch you a pile of water when you need it. That's not our place. All right. But thanks to Esau's throwing everything out of course. You know, Esau says, "Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that." What did he say? Um, happy wife, happy life type of thing, which is off, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, completely off.
Yeah, well, this says in Isaiah 24, right? The world is turned upside down, man.
That's right.
right? Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
that
I'll
was
just quickly get that. This is Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Right? So right now, man, the earth, everything in the earth is upside down, man.
that's
Right?
right.
That's why it says in remember how it goes, one to him that decrees unrighteous decree,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
And there's also another scripture that says that covereth, I think Isaiah 29 or 28,
That
right?
covers
Because
the
it's talking
cover.
about Esau, man. He completely, he's Dennis the Menace, man. He completely messed this whole place up, man.
And
You
he
know?
and he did it out of anger. He's doing all of
Yeah.
this out of anger because he lost his birthright. You know.
Come on. Yeah, but finish what you had up.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, I had that scripture in Numbers, right? This is Numbers 5 and 11. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept closed, and she be defiled, right? She fucks this dude, she does all kinds of shit, and she comes home and kisses you, and you don't know what the hell happened,
That's
right?
right.
There's women out there like that, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
like yeah, you cheap compilation videos. You know, there's a lot of them out there, man. A lot
That's
with
right.
Jakes. You
That's
know,
right.
these women dress up, and then Jake comes home and says, "What the hell are you doing dressed like this? You ain't dressed
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
for me 6 months."
I did
Oh, I
this for
want to surprise
you.
you.
Yeah. I
Fucking
did this
6 months,
and,
man.
and it's even crazy because she's pleading her case, man. Like
And it's
as
so
if
stupid too, because these bitches, they, the whole thing is from the start, you're not real. You know, you're trying to persuade each other, and you're trying to make each other look like you guys are perfect. You know,
right.
you know, you dress for each other and all that shit, and then what? 2, 3, 4 months in the relationship, you know, the bitch never dresses for you after,
Yep.
and then she doesn't do the same shit for you after, you know, because she has you, so to speak,
Right.
you know. But then it's stupidity when you think about it that she'll do that for somebody she doesn't even know.
That's
You know,
right.
the man can have AIDS and give her AIDS, man. There's a
That's right.
movie they made like that. The man got AIDS from someone he loved, so he went around giving bitches AIDS, and there was actually a dude like that in New York a couple years ago, and he had
See?
a list. It was a Jake, man. The man had a list. He said, "Yo, some dirty bitch gave it to him, so I'm gonna give it to all you fucking nasty hoes." And the man, he wore fucking do rag on his face and shades, and the man's like Tracy, Samantha, and the man just listed off names. He's like, "I gave you AIDS." He's like, "I fucked you." I met. He's like, "Hey, I'm in the club, man. I ain't no broke nigga." He's like, "I got my chains on, got my watches. I look good, man." He's like,
Mm-hmm.
"So when I meet you in the club, you think I'm a certain person, you know, I fuck you and I give you AIDS." And the man read off all those names. Now that was a plague, man. That was one of the plagues of the Lord.
That's
The
right.
Lord has men like that out there,
That's right.
you know, because a man might get messed up over a woman and he'll just say fuck all these bitches and he'll just fuck every last one of them over,
That's right.
you know.
That's right.
And
Hey,
for the most part, hey, it's like, bro, I don't know, 99.9. I don't know, man. I
yeah.
don't know the exact ratio, but
Yo, 99.99, man. And that's exactly where it is because like yo, there's not one who said they've never done that. There's not one
hey,
who
well,
can
you
say
know what? Solomon, right? Remember Solomon? Out of 1,000, I found none. But out of one for women, and out of
yeah,
1,000 men, I found one righteous.
yeah, and that comes to show you,
It's
right? That comes to show
biblical.
you that yeah, and that was in his time when we were actually on one, you know. So how much more when we're like completely done, man? No, 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 no. If you
And you
dare to
know
say
what?
that
Even how we're talking, right, this is another reason. Oh, you great millstone guys, people don't like us, man, because it's some harsh, bitter. It is bitter, man. When you learn this
yep,
shit and you find it is bitter. Of course, it's bitter, but you have to
yep,
digest it, man. You gotta
that's right,
digest it. You know, you
that's
can't
right,
just accept the honey and then when the herbs come to that, like the Passover, yeah, but lamb's good, brother. And then
yeah.
brother, you gotta take the horseradish. Ah, it's too bitter. No,
You
you
can't.
have to have that horseradish,
You
man.
have to, man. You have to. Hey, and what does it do? It clears out your system.
It's,
So when you get the bitter, it clears out your system,
it,
man.
it bitters
Bitter.
that's the best for your digestive system. Those are
That's
the
right.
best herbs, man. That's the herbs
Right.
they recommend.
Makes you stronger. Good.
It says verse 13. Um, it says it be hid from the eyes of her husband and kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her. This happens every day, every day. neither
Aired. Aired.
neither she be taken with the manner. You know, hey, them woman, man, you got your woman up in corporate America, corporate Canada. We already know what happened. Look what happened in Hollywood. These bitches, the whole time, they were, blowing these fucking cosers and shit, trying to get roles and positions, and that's Hollywood, man. So what about these little office jobs, man? You're trying to get a promotion, you try to get a raise, all these things, man. This is the type of shit that happens. I think I put up a thing on in the WhatsApp today. I found a divorce in America happens every hour, man. You know,
You know.
you marry a bitch and then oh fuck, she's a hoe. Hey, remember that movie? Damn, what was that movie? Jarhead. I don't know if you watched that movie, Jarhead.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
The U.S. military movie. Man, the dude, he's in Iraq. This is when the Iraq War happened, and he got he asked his wife to mail him a movie. Like it's one of his favorite movies, VHS. Back in the day. So he's like, oh man, fuck, I want to watch this movie. And all the boys are there. The TV is set it up. They played it. They started playing the movie. The movie starts playing. 2 seconds later, it cuts, and it's her fucking his neighbor.
See?
And the woman's fucking his neighbor, and the man's like, "What the fuck?" And then after they're done, whatever, they're like, she went to the camera. She says, she talks some shit. She's like, "Oh yeah," and she's like, "Fuck you, Jerry," or some bullshit like that,
Mm-hmm.
And he was messed up. And he started screaming and shit, you know. But that's the type of nature, man, of these women.
Yeah. Hey, that's why they're gonna pay a lot, man, when this stuff comes. You guys think you're gonna get scot free for everything you've been doing? No, 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 no. Esau might be protecting you for a moment, but when his judgment is coming, you think he's gonna care, man? It's like what's that movie? Um, man, when it was the cop, man. World War Z. The man saw the police officer and he's like, "Oh shit!" The police officer is grabbing everything he needs. Man, at the end is like they're not answering calls about oh this guy this and this guy that. They're like you're on your own, man.
Yep,
A lot of you are
that's
gonna be
right.
afraid to go outside. And a lot of you like to
Um,
go outside and venture. That day, man, you're gonna love your home, man. You're gonna love staying inside in those times, man.
it's gonna be a risk for your life to go outside, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know. It says, verse 14, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, right? And he be jealous of his wife. So, woman, man, they'll have fucking four, five, six guy friends, and
Mm-hmm.
then, oh, don't be jealous, they'll tell you all that shit. Don't be jealous, you know?
Yeah.
But okay, and then let's say you had the same, you had so-called girlfriends. It's different, man. Your woman will try to make you cut it off, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it in so-called like official. I don't. First of all, if a woman tells me she has guy friends, I don't deal with her, man. I
Yeah.
tell her, okay, bye, have a good day. I don't do official relationships anymore. If you ain't, if I don't know everything about, hey, you got to know things about a woman too. That's the next thing for you brothers, man.
That's right.
A lot of times we kind of deal with women potting, but she might a month later call you, oh, go in for a lab test at this place. I'm pregnant. I don't know if it's who's the daddy. And you might be the fucking daddy, you
Yeah.
know? Because
Yeah.
that happened. That happened, and the woman had like two, three, four men go to the fucking test, to find out who the father was, man. And then you're fucking. It's like a fortune wheel, and then oh shit, I'm the guy, and you don't know nothing about this woman, man. Now you have a child with her,
Yeah.
and she's putting hell upon you. That's why. Remember, the brother Saturday after camp, he said, you mentioned too, desire her not for her beauty, roughly
Yeah.
paraphrasing,
That's right.
you know,
Cause a lot of these dudes get
solely
caught up,
for
man.
beauty, yeah, for beauty, because hey, in the ancient world, you knew the scoop of a woman by her father's house. That's how you
That's
knew
right.
who a woman was. You didn't need dating and find out because okay, that's so and so, that's Gabarba's house, that's a Howard's house. I know how he runs it. I know the man.
Mm.
I know how he disciplines his children, how he raised up his daughter, and you pick and choose like that. You bring him an offer, whatever the price is, right? That's why it's a great shame if there was a whore in Israel, man, because that brought shame to her. That means that guy's reputation was, oh man, even though it wasn't really as, he kept it in line, but she was secretive, for example, and she
That's
snuck
right.
around and did shit. That brought great shame to the father's house, man,
That's right.
because the father's house meant his whole reputation, man, and
That's right.
showing you it's the father, man. It's the lineage of the father. That's why those medieval crests, the coat of arms, right? It's men. The
That's right.
majority of it is men. They had women up there going off, but the lineage is the house of Stuart, the house of so and so, the house of Douglas. Those are all men,
That's right.
right?
Right.
It says, see the spirit of jealousy, right? And one day you're fine, and next day you wake up and something's wrong, like you said. You just feel it.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
It says, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled. Or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, because that can happen too,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Verse 15. But this is how you know in the ancient world. Then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the tenth part, that's like the tenth part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head, and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causeth the curse.
See.
So you see, right? And it says, verse 19, and the priest shall charge her by an oath, and say unto the woman, if no man have lying with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causeth the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man hath lied with thee beside thine husband, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people when the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot and thy
Mm.
belly to swell. And this is something spiritual, because this is something the apostle said years ago. The woman in the summer where they have the crop tops and the short shorts, when you look at them thighs, is cheesecake, man. Or is a cottage cheese.
Con.
You know, it's like a rotting thigh, and on thigh and on the stomach, and some women you see that too, right? It's a swelling, or it's a rotting, man. Their stomach looks messed up, man.
Con.
Cellulitis and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
That comes
so
straight into
that's
you.
how you really know a lot of these women are hoes, man.
That's
But
right.
now they're into this whole organic working out shit.
Con.
Cover their tracks. It says, verse 32, and this water that causeth the curse shall go into thy bowels, to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot, and the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with the bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causeth the curse, and the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering out of the woman's hands, and shall wave the offering before the Lord, and offer it upon the altar. And the priest shall take an handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. And when he had made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done trespass against her husband, then the water that causeth the curse shall enter into her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among her people. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free, and shall conceive seed. This is the law of jealousies, when a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband, and is defiled, or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all this law. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity.
Yeah, you know, and that's why a lot of them have all these STDs, STIs, these other things going on with them, and bowel problems and all this stuff, man, and cancers because you guys are going crazy with men, man, thinking that you can do it. Yo, you guys are bound to sticking to one dude, man, whether you like it or not. Those are just the rules, all right. But a lot of you guys like to take it too far. That's the issue. I got a precept. Um, this is First Ezra chapter
Oh
4
shit.
verse 20. You had that?
No, I'm just thinking that's a bad scripture.
Come on, verse 21. Um, he sticketh not to spend his life with his wife, or remember neither father nor mother nor country. But this also you must know that women have dominion over you, and women have dominion over a lot of these men. Okay, like you can't argue with them. You pick an argument, and they say they're out of here.
Well, in this
You
society, women have didn't say women um, shall compass a man, right? And
yeah,
the Lord
that's right.
created new things. So in this society, women have rule over us. If you have a child, man, brothers have children, that woman has the rule over you because any which way she says it goes, man. She calls the police, goes to court. They have a warrant or not a warrant, a order, of what's that shit called? Where you can't be in the premises of however many
They
meters.
have a restraining order against you.
Restraining order, child support, right? So that's all. That's all. A woman having a power over you, man.
That's
Power
right.
seat.
That's right. That's why they're proud too, because they have
So
that backup. They have that backup. It says, "Do ye not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman?" So these men out here, man, they'll give out their check, man. Whatever they have, they'll give it out. They'll share it when you're not really supposed to do that. All right, you're not supposed to be sharing things really with a woman, man. What's yours is yours, man. You shouldn't be going out busting your ass and giving everything that you have. Now, it's one thing to have a woman and give her gifts here and there or whatever, bring her out, whatever, you know. But to give every
that's your
single cent,
possession. You think it how you want to,
that's right.
you know.
Not to the point where it destroys your life.
Con. Yeah, but men have the point being, like back in the day, you had the man and he had his bank account and whatever was in there, man. There was a bank account, it's joint bank accounts, and a woman, she has access to your money. If you get married, you sign what is that, prenup and all that bullshit, man.
Con,
You know, all those agreements. So whatever you work for, she can take half or three-fourths even, man.
con,
You know, it's crazy, man. There's brothers, man, that are in that shit snare, man.
con.
And really the apostles, again, people get offended because they said don't deal with, don't get these women, don't have children, don't get these women pregnant, don't. And then people, oh, why, because we're men, we're natural, that's natural order. But in this society it ain't, man. It
That's
ain't.
right.
Someone put it very interesting. It is very interesting, you're damn right. you
Yeah.
know it is very interesting. These women, you're gonna find out, man. Hey, man, it says I find more bitter than death the woman, man. Refute
Hey,
that. If you can refute that, we won't talk about the woman anymore.
hey, but that's see,
Okay.
but that comes to show you they're on board. See, most women that listen to this, right? They're on board until it starts becoming a topic about them. You know, when it starts becoming a topic about them, now all of a sudden, now there's a problem, man. It has to
And you have
be,
a lot of manginas out here, man.
yeah, yeah. At the end, it's like you can't refute that they're unruly as well. All right, you can't refute that. Okay, if you think the only issue out here is us, man, then you're on a whole nother wavelength. We're the cause and the root of the problem. But at the end, they still have to be justified for they still have to meet justice of what they have done, man. Regardless, all right, because there's after effects for it. Continuing to J, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and to steal and to sail upon the sea and upon rivers. and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth to his love, man. Yeah, Jake will do anything, man. If Jake wants that booty duty, if Jake wants to get in there, man, he'll do whatever it takes, whatever it takes to be in that position, man. Anything. He'll go broke trying to do it. If he has to impress her by like beating up somebody, he'll do that too. All right. It says, um, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. Yea, many there be that have run out of their wits for women, and became servants for their sakes. Many also have perished, have erred, and sinned for women, man. Yeah, a lot of these dudes have died over women, man. Got into wars over women. The movie Troy. Look at that. Whole nations went to war over one man taking the king's woman. Whole nation. And what happened? The nation perished basically over that. A nation, man. All right. So yeah, that committing adultery is a serious thing, man. And women need to start understanding that is a cause and effect, man. And someone tried to tell me that, men need to start understanding women, and nah, man, no, 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 no. You need to understand that there's the Most High gave men a certain quality with that spirit of jealousy on us for a protective reason, man, and to really execute order. Because people, women want to say, oh, why do you men get jealous? You don't need to be. Well, isn't not the Most High jealous power? And if we're made in His image, guess what? We're gonna get jealous too. So there's nothing wrong with being jealous, man. You just want to be free to be whores, basically. That's all you want, man. You don't want to be questioned for it. But guess what? Throughout the dawn of time, y'all have been questioned for it because it's not right. It's out of order. It's unclean. It causes diseases. To be honest, because it's not really the men, it's really the women. Because guess what? Men are allowed to have more than one woman. All right. The only time a man's really going off is if that woman is married and he's having sex with a man's woman that is married, man. But for majority, really, you women are spreading a lot of disease, man, because you're doing things out of order, and y'all can cry about it and say it's not fair. Da, da, da. Life ain't fair, man. Okay, that's just the way it is. So like, yeah, that's it. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I had Sirach 25 and 16. It says actually 13. But the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Mm. This is any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. So, hey, that was Solomon, right? He said he'll do anything than other do what women do, man, because they're at the height of it. Hey, imagine if you could know what like they're thinking, what's going and being processed through their brain. You'd probably be shocked, probably like
Hey,
what?
someone put up women need to follow Yah's laws, right? In this society, these women are not gonna follow the Most High's laws, man.
Not
Right? A lot of these women are gonna be put to death. That's a bitter truth, man. There are
Yep.
women that are part of the ministry, they're part of the elect, the 1/3 with their families. But if people are talking about a society of there's no Israelite society in this kingdom.
That's right.
It's a small sanctuary. The Lord is dealing with a small sanctuary, man. It's not what you see IUIC doing. And even in their shit, there's a bunch of women committing adultery. Best believe that shit, man.
That's right.
Because you had that always. Bro, from the apostles telling you back in the old school where they had women, started. They said they wore skirts so high with fringes on them, man. Trying to make the truth what they feel. Basically being hoes, man. And he said a
That's
lot
right.
of women were being passed around, man. That she would be with that guy. And you know how women are, man.
Yeah.
When a bunch of men are around, she's looking for the most top, the top fucking guy. That's what
That's
she's
right.
looking at.
That's
She's
right.
looking for the top gun. If she can't get the top gun, she's getting the second in command. If she
That's
can't
right.
get the second, she's looking for the third.
Third.
And then when she's with the third, she's trying to get back. She's trying to get the second.
Yeah, she's trying to shoot her way up to the first.
They're constantly scheming, man.
That's right.
Right? I mean, I say there's women that are kind of right out there, you know, because it does vary. But for the majority, man, you don't put your trust in these women, man. I'm just leave it at that.
That's right.
If you oh, I love my wife, and that's fine. There's brothers that have wives for years, for decades.
That's
You
right.
know, they deal with them, but even they tell you it's a bunch of demons, man.
Yeah.
You know,
You're dealing. That's all you're
there's a
dealing
bunch
with.
of demons.
That's right.
Didn't Paul say you shall have trouble in the flesh, man? So he
That's
said,
right.
I would that ye will be like me, meaning he
Yeah.
was unmarried. And
That's
didn't it
right.
say if thou has a wife, seek not to be loose. If thou are not married, seek not a wife.
That's right.
It actually tells you that in Corinthians, First Corinthians, man.
Kind
You know, so the advice we're giving you is, yeah, you can. It's there's no law, obviously. You can deal with a woman, but even then, if you can't, in this truth, these women take up your time, man. We're talking about being ministers in the ordinance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua,
That's right.
right?
Hey.
We're talking about doing the work, the labor. So if you have, yeah, you can have three women. That's why Paul said all things are lawful for me, but not all things are expedient meaning profitable. So all the laws are lawful. You can deal with 10 women if you want, but is it profitable? No, because those women are going to take up your time, and you're not going to be able to do the work to the best of your ability. Even I'll tell you, even if you have one woman that you live with, I lived with a woman, and it took up the time, man, and I had to eventually was cut off, and that's beautiful, man. You
Kind.
know, because this work is really is the most important thing, man.
That's right.
You know, you have some.
Yeah. Going into what you were saying. First Corinthians 7 and 32 says, "But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried cares for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord." It says, "But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife." And that's going what you were into, because when you're not married, you don't have time to deal with a woman and she's saying this and you need that and you need this and blah 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 blah. Blah. You have time to actually focus more on Yahweh Shemir Shai. But when you're with a woman, you start trying to please her. Why?
Yeah,
Because she'll get on your.
you have a woman that you're actually dealing with, and Friday comes and you're thinking, yeah, okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna spend this, Sunday or whatever day. You want to get her. It's constantly with you because why? You're one flesh. It's just natural. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with that. But you have to make time for the Lord because there's brothers that are married. Again, there's
That's
nothing
right.
wrong with that. And you
Right.
gotta keep your woman anyway. But when it comes to when it boils down to it, it's basically the truth over everything, man.
That's right.
You know, and
Like.
that's another harsh thing. It's the truth over your children. If you have children, there's
That's right.
brothers that have children, and they pick the truth over the children, man. And
That's
then there's
right.
guys that did the opposite. And where are they? What are they doing with their lives? They're trying
That's
to
right.
please the flesh now. They're trying to build something in the society.
That's right.
Men that forsook the cross of the Lord, basically.
That's right. Because at the end, it's like all
You
the
know,
men that put the truth
we
over their
want to be like
children.
that.
Like the men that pick the truth over their children and their wife, they understand that we're gonna get it all back. You know,
That's
that's
right. That's right.
that's that's really what the meaning is. It's like, okay, like, and what Yahweh Shemshah could spare your family as well. So that's the
Con.
ultimate reason to think about too. If forget the moments and stuff, it's like, okay, bro, like what's coming, like none of us can comprehend. Okay, none of
Yeah,
us
you
can
don't want to be
comprehend.
comfortable, man. Yeah, you don't want
Con.
to be comfortable
That's right.
because society right now, man, this summer could change
Yeah.
drastically,
Yeah.
like
All hell
drastically.
can break. You know.
Some of the whole way the society runs, man.
That's right.
Again, like I said, man, the MIUIC guys, Nathaniel's woman, she has a daughter, daughters of Sarah class. There's nowhere it tells you woman can teach, man.
Yeah.
Secondly, she had a book out. I don't know if you've seen the cover. She's showing cleavage, man, with a head wrap. So what understanding is that, man? There's no where's that in the scriptures?
That's right.
Women when they're doing a wedding, they have these women and they have these men, and the women are choosing the men. Where's that in the scriptures, man?
Yeah.
Where are their fathers if you want to go by the law? The law, right? They always talk about AUST, the law, keep the law. Where are their fathers? Where's the what's that called? Damn, the word is slipping from my mind. The dowry. Where's the dowry, man? Where the fuck is the dowry?
Con.
All right, the woman is choosing the man. Oh, brother, if you live with your mom or if you don't got a job, you don't even be here. Oh, brother, you know, embarrassing dudes, man. You know, or
Con.
if you this and that, and nothing about the woman, man.
That's right.
You know, why don't you just say, oh, demented demon, bipolar bitches? If you, you know, a lot of women are bipolar, man. Stop playing,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Why don't you tell it like it is, man? And
Hey,
these women are choosing the men, and the men are walking around in a circle courting. Where is courting in the scriptures?
see, that's that Queen of Heaven worship right there. That's what you're doing, man.
Exactly. Semiramis bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. I got another
That was in
precept.
Corinthians? Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, because I had more in Sirach 25.
Oh, so like, yeah, go ahead.
I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And again, oh, it says wicked woman, right? Well, the majority, hey, like that guy that came up in the winter, right? That bugged out a Benjamite, you know, because we're talking about the woman, and he says not all of them. Well, how much percent? It's damn sure over half.
Yep,
I can bet the house on that.
yep.
Okay,
Three
you guys,
quarters, man.
man, you guys are lost in the sauce, man. You know, hey, like there's a rapper. He was the owner of I forget what that name of the magazine back in the day, Benzino, right? And his father was a mobster back in the day, and he said he was talking about some bitch on what's that Love and Hip Hop. He's like, man, that guy, because she keeps fucking other guys, and he's with her, and it's just a bunch of madness, man. Like if you ever catch a glimpse of that show, it's just a realm of madness, you know, a bunch of niggery, man, you
Con.
know. But he's like he got to leave that woman. He's like you know, he's like that's what he talks. Right? He's like, you know, he's like the cemetery is filled with men that have died over women like that.
Yep.
You know? He says cemeteries in general, and he knows, man. He's from that old time,
That's
you
right.
know. And what do a lot of jakes do? They use women as setup chicks, man.
Yeah,
That's
that
another
too.
thing that you jakes are sleeping on,
Hey,
man. Oh, she's
and
so pretty. You know,
and
she's set, man.
hey, and I can literally vouch for that, cause in the world, I was around that type of stuff, man. So I personally know that firsthand. Like I know that firsthand.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
yeah,
can.
it's an actual thing. It's a tactic, man.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a tactic. It says verse 17, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Like there was a movie, um, one of Tyler Perry's bullshit movies, but this one was on adultery. It was pretty good. I forget the name of it though. But this dude, he met this chick in in a small town. It was a Jake, two Jakes, and they were like Christians or whatever. So he broke her virginity, so they were together. But then they moved to the city, and basically, I don't know if you watched the movie, but basically, the bitch started working in this uppity place, and then she met some dude, and then basically she fucked on the guy, and then after that, her countenance in the movie they show you change, man. And if you ever been around that, you ever that happened, you can tell your woman's countenance changes, man.
Con.
So the scriptures is 100% spot on.
That's right.
It says,
That's right.
and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth, man, because she wedlock, right? And that's another thing. People think you're just dating, you're just fucking. Why don't you just say fucking? I hate when people say I'm seeing something. You're just fucking, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
dating. I'm dating. Like you're some princess, man. Just say I'm fucking. I'm getting dick, right?
Con.
Because that's like a nice euphemism they use. Oh, I'm dating him. I'm seeing somebody,
Yeah.
right? And women, hey, there's women that'll say, oh, I'm kind of seeing someone, but here's my number. They'll do that too,
Yeah. That's right.
right?
That's right.
So it says, verse 18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Right?
Say that again.
Oh,
You're
wickedness
cutting out.
19. Con. It says, verse 18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, it shall sigh bitterly.
Yeah. That comes to show you, at the end of the day, that a woman can really strike your nerve, man. Okay, and I've seen videos on Picture Famous, all right, and some people get some horrible deaths through women on them. When I mean horrible, I mean like, man, I mean like him and her both catch it, man. Especially in Brazil, man. A lot of top notch killing
Oh,
of women's in Brazil, bro.
yep,
Like no joke. Like you mess around with one of those guys, women, man. You and her are digging each other's graves, and they're dunning you
yep.
in them graves, man. You know, it comes to show you that like people don't play. I saw this one video of his chick, and I think she like cheated on him, whatever, and she's outside with a group of dudes or whatever, and I'm guessing this is like her man's friend bedrooms or whatever, and they're talking to her, whatever. You just saw the man come up. You see him waving his hand like this because you can't hear audio. You see him like this in front of her face, and she's there chilling. And then the next thing you know, you just see him do this. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Walks away, man. And that's gonna be a reality on an everyday scale soon, man. This is not a joke, man. Cause Yabashimsha is gonna allow no hold bars to come to all these evil things that y'all been doing, man. Best believe that. You know?
Now you're right, because now you said Brazil. I remember when in a barber shop, this bitch was working, and the man just rolled up with a Mac 10 on his bike, just shut up the whole place.
See,
Some other shot the bitch.
see,
Man,
see.
crazy.
No joke, man. Hey, North Tribe don't play, especially with that ish, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember this one old guy. He was like 105 or something, and or even more, and they were recording him, and they asked about if there was ever a law of like adultery or anything like that, right? And what would you do? And he said, well, you know, if another dude popped my woman, basically, he said I'd just cut her in half and give her the other half, because he wants half of her. you know, like as a joke. But yeah, you're right, man. They had the laws on it, man, because it fires you up, man. It's jealousy, of course,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
But he felt when you like you ever watch Shawshank Redemption, right? He
Yeah, I
goes
watched
into
that.
jail, right?
Con,
They say, oh, this was no crime of bullets. Again, after he shot them, you
yes,
know.
con.
Verse 19, it says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her.
Yeah, the portion of the sinner fall upon her, man. So she takes into a whole another level, man. Like yo, no amount of wickedness you can think of or do can really compare because they dwell in it, man. They feed off it. You know, that's like their energy. Hey, look at the TV shows that they watch, man. All dramatic. You know, this person doing that. Now they have not bachelors. What do they call it for theirs now?
Yeah, I know there's a mad show called Bad Girls Club, man. There's like fucking 15 seasons, man. That show's a fucking crazy show, man.
See? And it's all about like women being wild and all this crazy shit, man.
Yeah, basically women that they pick a bunch of different women from different states in America and they put them in one mansion, but these bitches are like one wants to be a rapper, one thinks she's a gangster, and one's a hoe, like random shit, and then they go at the clubs, they fight each other, and then it really because my one of my women used to watch that shit, and you just walk by and you see it, and they start forming cliques after, like it really shows you the psychology of a woman, man. If you really
Yeah,
watch that show,
God.
it
Hey,
says yeah,
now go ahead. That's just ridiculous, man. Hey, and
yeah,
they don't understand the influence it has on the mind because you
yeah.
start acting like that shit. Like they
No,
think it's
because some
just
of
you
them
just
bitches they got popular after, man, and people started looking up to them, man.
see
They're Instagram like famous and all that shit,
crazy.
and that's why you have these little man. That's even the big problem, right? They're seeing all that shit. They have phones from when they're what, 7, 8 now, right?
God,
They can access all these things, right? Easily.
God.
It says, verse 20, as the climbing of the sandy way is to the feet of the aged, it was a way full of words to a quiet man.
Mm.
Damn,
I mean, that's
that's
definitely
crazy.
modern day today. That's definitely something that's modern day today, man. You know, what's that other scripture where it says that she shall be a rotten, rotten flesh to his bone, something like that, man. Like, bro, you guys are just
Yeah,
now it's to the point where you guys are supposed to be a pillar of rest, you know, a
yeah,
helper, and you guys are just becoming a danger, man. You know, you guys are causing men to die at an earlier age, man. You know, you increase the suffering with bring us to jail. I saw a video of a guy saying um the difference between how women and men react to a situation. Women are emotional, right? You know, he's like he even said to the woman that when you ever find when a man get mad at a woman, that he's ever called the cops on her and try to bring her to jail, man. Men don't do that, man. When shit hits the fan, we're not calling the cops on you and saying, yo, this person did this and trying to put you to jail and put you through child support. A man's up. A man will take care of his child, will do whatever he got to do. He won't. He's not even trying to even ask you for nothing, man. He's the only thing he'll ask of you is to stay away from him, you know. And we're not running to anybody else to get any closure. But a woman, man, as soon as she feels the need of cutting, scraping your car, throwing a brick at your window, she's not gonna think about the consequence after. She's just gonna do it, man. You know. And that's the thing.
um,
They suck you dry. They're like vampires.
succubus, man.
Succubus. Suck you dry.
And
Fuck.
then verse 21 says, "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman." I mean, you don't trip, man.
Yes, right.
You know, you see a
That's
woman,
right.
oh my god, you know, you completely bug out, man.
yo,
You know,
yo,
and then
some
you try to talk to her, and then when you try to talk to her, because we're intellectuals, man. It's a fucking airhead, man.
yeah,
You know, she has her hair, twisting her hair up, and you know, her eyes up in the sky. A fucking airhead, man.
gun.
You
Huh,
know.
man? Yo, that's the
It says,
response. That's really good.
God.
Oh, you
And
stupid,
it
bro.
says, and desire her not for pleasure. You know,
Yeah,
just for a piece of ass, because it's dangerous, man. Like again, you can pop them, and then they get bred up, and you're stuck, man. You're stuck in
yeah,
quicksand, bro.
yeah,
And it's quick.
yeah.
All right.
That's right. There's a
Verse
quicksand you can't.
22. Yeah. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. And I got the word maintain, right? Because I looked up the word. It says basically from Latin, hold, um, to hold the hand, to stretch, meaning to carry on, to keep up, to keep oneself. Right? So I'm read the verse again. Verse 22. A woman, if she mains, full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart, which is the word lab, meaning mind.
In mind. Yeah,
Hey, headache, man, right?
yeah. Come on.
A woman will not comfort her husband. It's like a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees, man. You know, you're
Come
working
on.
your job and all that shit. You know, you got bills, all this shit, and then you come home and then there's another war.
Yeah.
You know, another battle.
Hey, and a lot of these demonic demons, man, are not being taught how to comfort. They're doing the opposite, man. How to drill you and to try to tell you how to be a man, what a man should do and what a man shouldn't do, man. That's what they're being bred to do now, man. How to just take your pocket change and leave you there. You know, and then most of these women, the going gets tough. Guess what? They go on to the next one that has it easy. And that's the next thing about you women, man. Men will go out here and work hard for their shit, man. But you guys just want to find the guy that already has it done, man. None of you guys will actually stick it out, even when it goes down to like Job, right? Job is that example. He had everything, and then what did his woman say when he lost everything? Oh, just curse the Most High and die, man. That's how you guys are when the getting gets tough, man. You guys want out. But then when the man gets back on top, hey, how you doing? Why? Because he can provide for you, man.
Hey,
But
there's,
you guys
you know, it's funny you said that. There's when Mayweather was fighting his the last fight before McGregor, he's fighting a Haitian Levi guy, Alberto, and he's like, man, because they asked him what's going on now, because he got the big fight, he's getting millions now, right? If you got to fight with Mayweather, you're making millions, man. So he's like, man, it's crazy, man. He's like, old girlfriends calling me, old people popping up. He's like, I gotta get a trap phone, man. I gotta put this phone away for a bit, And it's like it's true because people see him all now, and like you said, it's true, man. You think like it's a joke? No, old bitches start calling me, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
if a woman needs to deal with sees on Instagram, she's in her DMs, man.
Gone.
You know,
That's right.
it says for two more verses. It says, "Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." Damn, it's bitter.
Yeah, and you just need to read Genesis. Genesis will show you that, man. All right. Genesis shows you that because of the serpent, the same basically what the serpent told her is what you're seeing in modern day today, how they act. Okay? Like they're the
Come,
shit. Like what they say is right. Yo, I still remember I was in the world. This is before I even knew the truth. I remember this one guy, because we were setting up for my video shoot. And I remember this guy brought his wife because she was like, she created the clothing or whatever. And I remember like she's like you men need to listen to women because women are always right. To what effect? What effect? I started laughing, man. Yo, and this is before the trip. I started laughing like, what? Listen to y'all for what? Right about what, man? Just because he forgot, and it was only because he forgot something. Like people don't forget things, man. You know, ridiculous. It's like,
yep.
go ahead.
It says, "Give the neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad."
Hey,
Hey,
and
who posted that thing? The feminists.
yeah, yeah, the feminists. Yeah, I remember that. Gone. But the thing is though, this is what it is because when you give them liberty get abroad, that they're gonna do a whole type of shit that you wouldn't even thought possible, man. That's where you get your cheating from and all that stuff, man. Those secretivities, they'll do shit behind your back. But in this society, right, you can't even stop a woman from doing that because Esau gives them right to have full out liberty, man. All right. So even if you have a
Yeah, and
woman,
you know
man,
what? Too, like women in the military, like the whole meme. The meme was about women equality. Yeah, we want equality, and then when you have to join the military,
they don't want it no more.
you know, oh no, I don't want equality.
Yeah.
And it was funny too. In high school, I had a teacher. She was a dyke, man, and she was a feminist, and she was talking about like all this shit, all feminist shit, and I was like 17, and then or 16, and then this one a girl, a classmate, quietly to some people, she's like, I just nod my head, but I don't really believe in all this stuff. Like she's like, I don't want all this feminine. Like I don't believe in all this feminine. I believe we women have roles to do and all this stuff. But in class, I remember this, man.
Yeah,
In high school.
con.
So like a lot of these women, man, yeah, they push that shit about feminism and in the military. I used to deal with this woman. Her father was in the military, a high ranking dude, and
Con.
and he forbid her daughter to go in the military. And he told her
Because he
why,
knew.
because what the fuck happens, he knows what happens. They get fucked. They just get passed around. And that happened
That's right.
to a Jake woman in the Iraq war, man. She got popped by a bunch of dudes, and then I think they poured acid over her and they just like beat like killed her basically, and they couldn't recognize it. But she got raped,
Con.
man.
Right.
So that's all that really happens to the majority of women in the military, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's why,
the women that are really trying to act like tough, they're taking fucking testosterone, man. They're fucking up themselves, man.
right.
Because women are more estrogen dominant.
That's right.
Men aren't supposed to have as much estrogen as women. You're supposed to have more testosterone, but these women that are really pumping, what the fuck's wrong with this bitch? She's actually on testosterone. She might have more testosterone than you.
Con.
She's injecting that shit, man.
Which is bugged out.
Because you need testosterone to build muscle. Women can't build muscle like men. That's a proven fact. Women actually have less muscle mass than men, and they're
Con.
supposed to because they're more estrogen. To have more muscle mass, you need more testosterone.
Con.
There's a fact I think it says any regular dude, whether of genetics, he can multiply his muscle, I believe, by 200 or 300%. A woman can only do it by 50 or to 100% or something like that.
See?
So a woman can only multiply less. But unless you're actually injecting that shit, so that shows you you're not equal. You need some foreign shit, a drug, and inject it into yourself, man. Or
That's
take
right.
a bunch of pills, you know.
That's right.
So it says, last verse: If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go.
And that's what majority's men need to start doing, man. If she's just being a pain in your ass, and making you do all types of crazy shit, man, you need to cut her off. But like also that comes down to like again, you have brothers that have women or whatever, and they don't listen. There's women out there that won't listen to men to a certain extent. Why? Because of the society, man. You got to deal with these women not obeying 100% of the law. But you have to learn how to be wise between them because you can't just throw out either. But at the same time, you got to cut it off when it starts becoming uh, a serious problematic. Like she's telling you to get lineups, or she's telling you that you
Like,
need to.
yeah, like you're saying, the best way really is just to establish it from the beginning, not
Yeah,
too harsh, but hold firm, man.
that's
She
right.
asks you, there's women out there. Oh, if you're a homophobe, if you're anti-trans, if you're this, don't talk to me. Okay, don't talk to them then.
They
Don't
don't talk
pretend
to
that
them. Yeah,
they have friends with them. They bring friends around. They bring, why
that's
don't you
right.
go to this party? It's a bunch of fucking faggots and trannies, man. You know.
That's right.
So you gotta establish, like you said, lineups. No, I like my beard. It's not for fashion because
That's right.
I just like it.
That's right.
You know. Because
That's
these
right.
women, oh, you look so much better. And there's women that are tricky, man. They'll throw that pussy at you, and they think after they give you the pussy, oh, I'll sneak in now. They already have that how you want to look, Oh, I want to
Yeah,
with this, with the hair, and I want to, you know.
kind.
Some women are like that, man.
That's right. But like the brother said, you got to
So,
establish that and stand firm, man. That was it.
yeah, yeah.
So with that, we're gonna close out. So with that, we want to say all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakar Kodash, the honors the apostle great millstone who rule and teach well, and
Come
salutation to Akim on the four corner earth, pushing this truth and sincerity and charity as always. Keep the good fight. Salvation is near. All right.
on,
Mawath la babal, Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwame Sharala.
All right. Shalom.